Chitty chitty bang bang. Come on.
In every family, there's that one uncle, cousin, or aunt that just ain't right. But for whatever reason, you love them anyway. It's the family.
A son does not want to hear his mother say, skeet, skeet.
It's the family.
Twerking is not a talent. All right? Stripping is not a career.
Wow.
It is not.
The Family Radio Podcast.
Yeah, don't have your kids cussing on the internet, but do have your kids dancing on the internet. Ooh, kill them, kill them, kill them.
The Family Radio Podcast.
You're going too far. No such place.
Oh!
I want to go to the abyss. Never.
The Family Radio Podcast with T-Boogie, Gene.com, and Chill Will.
It's the family.
Hey, it's T-Boogie.
Gene.com, we in the spot.
And Chill Will, we are back for another week. How y'all feeling out there this week, man? What's going on with y'all?
I'm feeling good.
Sore. I'm
caught
sore.
up.
I'm a little tired.
Wait, Boog, you're sore?
Yeah, what's going on? What you, Boog?
Have you been doing Pilates or what's going on? You been running after them grandkids? Why are you sore, Boog?
You need some Vicks Vapor Rub?
You know what? I might need some, Gene. I might need some.
Oh my God.
I actually participated in the colon cancer 5K earlier.
Nice.
Boog, you did a 5K?
I did. And you know, Boog doesn't do too much. So, you know.
That's why I was like, a 5K?
Well, I don't know.
I did
Wow.
3 miles.
I'm
Boog,
impressed.
Boog, it doesn't surprise me because you've been in jets and all of that. Like, you've really been.
That's just, you know, another one of the things that I can just add to the list of shit that I've done, huh, Gene?
Yeah.
Boog, I'm so impressed. I'm impressed with that. That's
Listen,
good. What made you want to do that?
It's important to me because my cousin's wife passed away from colon cancer a couple of years ago. Their daughter is actually now a gastroenterologist.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying?
That's big checks.
That's big checks.
Yeah.
That's big checks. You know, but all about the colon, good colon health and all of that. You two have already been for a colonoscopy, correct?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Well,
Yeah.
I just was at my doctor earlier this week, and we're going to schedule mine. So I'll be glad to tell y'all all about that. But y'all are going to have to tell me about your experience again first.
Okay. So, for me, I was having like some sensitivity on my side. So when I went to my primary care doctor, and they couldn't find, they sent me to get these tests, get a scan, CT scan, all of these different scans. Couldn't find anything. So the next thing was to get intrusive with the colonoscopy. And then they said, well, we also going to do an endoscopy while we have you, sedated or whatever, because they put you on the. But Boog, when I tell you this, because I had never been put to sleep before. So one of the things that frightened me is you hear stories of people that got put to sleep, but then they don't wake back up because something with the anesthesia doesn't connect with their body and this. So and you don't know that until you actually get the anesthesia. So in my mind, I'm like, man, and this is what I'm telling the doctor, please wake me up.
Wow.
Please don't give me too much. Please don't give me too much.
Well, Gene, you reached over and told him, doctor, before you put me under, please bring me back.
Please wait.
Doctor, we got R&B bingo tomorrow night. Please wake me up. I ain't got time for this.
I ain't got time. I ain't got time of it. I ain't got time for it.
Wow.
So, Chill, what made you get your colonoscopy? Was it just the doctor said, hey, it's time, or were you experiencing anything?
No, I wasn't experiencing anything, but usually they say colon cancer, you don't. By the time you experience something, it's too late.
It's rough. Yeah.
It's much too late.
Right.
But it was just that time. I fell in that age bracket, and he was like, wait a minute, have you got a colonoscopy? I said, no. He's like, oh, we're gonna sign you up for it. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
If that's what you want. But mine was really, really like I didn't feel anything. Look, let me tell you something. They put me on that propofol. Man.
I hear that's some good shit.
They put me on that, and I didn't. When I woke up, I thought they hadn't started, and they were like, no, we're finished. And I was like, wow.
No, listen, Chill. I was like that too because I'm gonna be honest. The sleep was so good.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
When they woke me up, it only felt like I was asleep for 5 minutes. But it was a whole 45-minute
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
they go
That's how
in
mine was.
and see, and see, they do the endoscopy, so they went in my mouth, and then the colonoscopy. You know where they put that through. So
Wow.
I'm
I
sleep.
didn't even know they could do both of those at in one procedure. But hey,
Oh
it's
yeah,
medicine.
yeah, yeah,
They know
yeah.
how to do all of
Hey
that. Yeah.
man, they had my mouth open in position where they was able to stick the scope down. I mean, the lady said, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" I was like, "Oh, I host shows. I do you know, a little radio." I don't remember nothing else. Chill, I was out.
He said radio, and that was it.
Hey, I do a little red.
Yeah, that was exactly
Exactly.
what.
I do a little radio.
And it was over. It was over. So
Mm-mm-mm.
Yo,
when
my most traumatic thing was when I went to do the pre-op thing or whatever. So, you know, they sent me to the clinic that they, because of course you don't do it at your main doctor's office. So it was an old white guy, you know, he's telling me what I need, you know, because colonoscopy, you got to drink this stuff the day before to cleanse everything.
Right.
So we're talking about that. So I'm thinking he's the one who's doing the procedure.
Mhm.
So that was maybe like a week before the procedure. So when I went in there to do the procedure, you know, I done put the little hospital gown on, you know, got your ass out and all that stuff, right? So then
Hey,
this lady comes in like looking like Regina, what's her name off the Best Man? What's Regina's name?
Regina Hall.
Regina Hall. And I was like, oh my gosh, she was like, hey, I'm gonna be the person doing the procedure. I was like, oh, this cute lady gonna be all in my black ass.
Yes.
I was like, damn, where you came from?
Oh
I
Lord.
was like, hey, whatever. Talk about being vulnerable, right?
right,
Okay.
Yeah.
right. But it was the best sleep
Yeah.
though.
It
You're
was.
so
Oh my
crazy.
gosh.
But you know
Oh my
what's
gosh.
important? It's really knowing your family history,
Yeah.
because my cousin's wife, her name is Christine. So we were team Christine. Her father had cancer. Cancer ran in her parents' families. So she should have been checking sooner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we can't be embarrassed to share these things. Like, Gene, I'm glad that you're honest. Like, hey, I felt a little something on the side. I needed to know what that was. We have
Yeah.
to not be afraid to go to the doctor, regardless of what we think we're going to hear. Because every time I go to the doctor, I'm like, oh my God, it's cancer.
Girl, stop thinking like
Stop
that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, this week she was like, no, girl, this week it's not cancer. It's just
gas.
cancer.
It's gas.
Right.
You got
It's just gas.
Boo.
You know, it's just this. Actually, I'm dealing with a bit of sciatica right now. So this walk was a little hard
like
to do.
the nerve in your leg?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
wow.
coming from the back down my left leg. But we're working on it. But yeah, know your family history and go to the doctor.
Is that sciatica because you sit a lot?
She
Does
thinks
that cause that?
it's
I don't know what
not
causes
helping
it.
it. What causes it is
Oh,
usually
yeah.
some sort of pinch or pull, or you aggravate it, and then you have to
Gotcha.
rehab it to get it to go away. So yeah,
But
my sitting is
people
not
that I know
helping
that
me.
have that, they was like, that's a pain. They can't even describe that pain. But it was like when that sucker
Right.
hit, you like, ooh.
Right. It's a lot about stretching. So I'm over here trying to do my exercise and stretching.
Look, I am proud of you doing the 3K.
I
You
mean,
know what?
5K
Don't
with
do
a-
that. It's a 5K. It was
5K.
a 5K.
Book, I wasn't being. I was serious.
No.
I was not being
Shit,
serious.
you-
I couldn't
Book.
remember. I
Book.
couldn't remember the 5K. I'm sorry, my bad.
He
5K.
always be trying to shade
Book.
me.
No, I wasn't trying to shade. No.
Book, I am proud of you for doing the 5K because you actually said you were going to do it and you did it.
Thank you, Gene.
But you also said that you were going to watch
I knew it was coming.
Panther, and that didn't happen. You also said you were going to come to R&B Bingo, and that didn't happen. So I'm glad the 5K
Well, at least it's
was
something.
interesting enough
Something happened.
for
It
you
was
to
for a
indulge
good cause.
one time
It was for a
in.
good cause. Colon cancer. The march
And
to
hanging
get
out.
screened.
You're right.
Yeah.
And hanging out with me isn't for a good cause. I get it. I am a horrible person, Boogie. You should not hang with me.
No.
You should not run
Wow.
with me.
Wow.
I'm Gene. We're gonna put something together.
Boog, it's all right. I already done cried about it. It's all right.
You over it? Gene's like,
Look.
I am over it. I am over you. I am
Let me tell you
over
something.
We are
Go
no
ahead and
longer in
put it- Boog, I'm glad you put that on your bucket list.
Thank you.
And you did it.
Yeah, for real.
Look,
Kudos
it's
to you,
good.
Boog,
Yeah.
for even having the tenacity to even do that. I wish I could 5K something. The only thing I can do is 5K on my phone.
Oh wow!
I'm trying. I mean 5G. I can 5G. I can
5G, 5K,
Nah,
5 elemental P.
Gene, the hardest working one out here. Oh, he's getting that 5K bag. He's trying to get to that.
Of course. Yo, if you put it on your bucket list, go ahead and do it. Boog. When I did the river run, because I would never do that. I did that one time, but let me tell you something. My body hurt so bad the next day.
Oh, listen, wait.
I will.
So you'll never do it again.
I did it because I had it on the bucket list, and I said I'm going to do it.
Now listen, I did a half marathon a few years back. That was the Disney one, so that was definitely a bucket list because you run backstage and you get to interact with the characters and all of that.
I said I wanted to go do like a 5K down there because they do that. They do it up. When Disney do it, they do it up.
You know they do. They do it big.
Yeah.
Talk about sore after that.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, that was a doozy. Anyway, we digress. Gene, what's going on in your world? R&B Chronicles?
R&B Chronicles, definitely yes. They're I can't make stuff up.
They still cutting up?
They still cutting up, man.
They always cut up.
They cut up this week. It was raining. Raining. I'm talking about Noah's Ark rain.
And somebody probably was up in there stepping with an umbrella. Probably was. That's what y'all. I can tell y'all niggas nothing. Just stepping with an umbrella.
At all.
Stuff just don't even. It wouldn't even surprise me at R&B bingo. Somebody came in there with an umbrella, looking like Willy Wonka. If you want to view paradise,
you saw it for yourself. It turned into Bangkok quick.
They're crazy.
Bangkok quick.
Yeah, they're crazy. They're crazy. That wouldn't even shock me, man. I'm telling you. Look, what's gonna happen is the news gonna catch wind of it. You're gonna have Channel 4 out there every week.
No. Can't have that.
No, we can't have.
That'll mess up the whole vibe of R&B bingo.
Oh my God! Look, speaking of vibes, Boog, I want you to take the lead on this one because I know the Boog she watches some of these ratchet, doggone reality shows. And she done got me wasting my brain cells. She was like, "Hey, you need to watch this." I don't want to do that. My head hurt already. I don't want to do that. But somebody we have had a conversation with, and I mean, I think she's just trying to be her best Kim Kardashian wannabe. Is that damn Larsa Pippen, who was married to Scottie Pippen at one time. And I feel like ever since her and Scottie,
divorce.
Is the divorce final? Is it final yet?
It's finally final.
Oh, it is final.
It took like 3 years, I think.
Yeah. So, but when they broke up, she was just trying her best to be on the scene and to be known for shit. Then she started dating Future. And here's the thing: women that date Future or Lil Wayne, I look at them with a side eye. Because you just done lost all respect in my eyes for just them two dudes. If you date Future, and that's why Lauren London like she like that bothered me.
It breaks my heart, bro.
Well,
that was girl crush on Lauren London, and I'm like, Lil Wayne.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, boo.
Gene.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait a minute. Is this Duval Red we talking to?
I'm gonna need you to hold up.
Chill. Not to take a detour, but the conversation just kind of went somewhere. It just kind of went somewhere.
Duval Red.
God have mercy.
Okay. But I'm gonna leave that be. Okay, so Pippen with Future.
Yeah. So and she's just tried to be she's trying to be a wannabe socialite, whatever. I don't even know what Scottie dug her up from anyway. But like,
Well, she was on the first season of Real Housewives of Miami back in, I think that was like 2011, 2012.
But I mean, the only reason she was on there is because she was married to Scottie Pippen.
Correct. And
that's the only
that
reason
was the
she's
last
gotten things.
He was in the background. He never really participated in the show, but they were still together at that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she disappeared from the show. Then the whole show disappeared for several years and came back. And when it came back, she's back because, of course, now her and Scotty are separated and, going through whatever.
They thought that would be a good storyline.
They thought that, all of that. But she really didn't talk about that too much at all. But she also had been ousted from the Kardashians at this time. So she needed a place to go.
Yeah, because she was friends with Chris.
She was real close with all of them Kardashians. Yeah,
that's why she acts that way. Whores stick together. You didn't know them whores stick together? Anyway,
no.
She has an OnlyFans. She knows she has an OnlyFans.
Yeah, I got whores.
She has an OnlyFans.
Who? Larsa? Is she making money like that bad Barbie girl making money?
I remember her saying something like, I think she was taking pictures of her feet. And she said she's going to post those. And her friend asked her, how much will that get you? She's like, about 10,000. I'm like, 10,000?
So that's her source of income. So that's OnlyFans. Okay.
But anyway.
Keep telling us about this whore. Go ahead.
All right. So she's on the Real Housewives of Miami, the last 2 seasons, 3 seasons, something like that. But we get to this year at the reunion, and I don't even know how the topic came up, but Larsa Pippen reveals that she had sex 4 times a night, every night, for 23 years.
She's lying.
You think she is?
Oh, she's lying.
First off, they have 4 children.
They got 4. Yeah. So some of them, at least 4 years in there, you was with child, and I know you wasn't having it 4 times a night.
4 times a night.
And she said this was when she was married to Scotty. Mm-hmm. So Scotty is not home every night. They play on the road, but she said she would fly. She would fly to where they were.
They had a private plane. They were never apart. She would go with her kids, whatever. But as a woman,
I don't believe that.
If she had a vaginal birth, that's absolutely, I'm going to say, medically impossible. Okay.
Wait. What is vaginal? What's vaginal?
Vaginal, they were delivered through the vagina.
Yeah, they don't cut her. They don't cut her to take the baby out. It's just a regular. That's how they used to birth them babies back in slavery days.
All 3 of mine were delivered vaginally.
Push.
Okay.
I need you to push.
So they don't
hold my hand and push.
So babies are not delivered vaginally anymore?
They are, but you can have a C-section if there's complications
Yes, got you.
Some people. Okay, so even if she had all 4 children by C-section, after being pregnant and delivering, I have not had a C-section, but I'm just going to assume you don't want to be touched. You're not sexual. That's not even how you're feeling after you've just given birth.
C-section is a surgery. You out of commission for a minute. You're going to be out of commission.
She literally said she never had a night off in 20-something years. I call cap on that right now. Stop the cap.
Lying. She's lying. I don't believe her.
But even still, one of the other ladies there turned to her and was like, "Oh my God, your poor vagina." Yes.
No.
How much is too much? How much is too much? What do you think is if you're married and you guys have, a great sexual appetite, how much sex should you be having? What is enough? What is too much?
Well, I think you're going to turn that corner eventually. I mean, yeah, everybody goes through the newlywed phase. But you're going to try to hit it in the kitchen, bathroom, all over the place. You get okay. But, that's going to kind of wear off when the bills start coming in and real life starts affecting stuff.
You guys go to work, you come home, you may have children.
A couple of times a week, but not 4 times a night.
Whore. That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's crazy.
Not even me.
Yeah.
Not even me. Not even me.
Boy, you out of control.
Not even me.
You out of control.
Not even me.
No. Mm-mm.
So clearly, Dean, you have a healthy sexual appetite.
I don't. Yeah. I don't.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely healthy.
It's very healthy.
Not even me.
One thing about it, the Thule works.
Okay, no problems there. So, you shooting up the club, you shooting in the parking lot.
Gene is a mess. Gene's like,
goodness.
I got the SWAT team out here. I got the SWAT team with me. We're
Hey,
talking about shooting. I got the SWAT team.
Hey, Samuel Jackson, you want to be on my SWAT team? What's up?
Oh my gosh. Oh
You
my
want to be on
gosh.
the squad? What you doing? Because I'm a shooter. I'm a shooter.
But
I'm a
then,
shooter.
so have you
Larsa-
heard about Have you heard that she's currently dating Michael Jordan's oldest son, Marcus Jordan?
Now, see,
That's why she's foul. That's why she's foul.
This is when you get stanky.
That's why she's foul. She's a foul whore.
Yeah.
She's foul.
Yeah. How you
Okay,
go
let
from
me-
dating?
But Book, I told you that she's an attention whore. That's what it is. Seriously.
Yeah.
What can I do to make people, still
Continue
see
to
me,
talk about me.
click on, continue to talk. Exactly. That's what she wants. So she's dating, and even when I saw that in the media when they were supposed to just be hanging out, they're friends.
Right.
And I'm like, wait a minute, Pippen and Jordan, they
Right.
had a
wait.
love-hate relationship. They had a love-hate relationship.
I do agree that it's messy, but let me give you her explanation. And
How? You can't have an explanation.
Logistically, she is correct.
You know who he is. You know who that boy is.
But that's the difference. Jordan and Pippen only played together in Jordan's last year. So she said she never met him. She never met his wife.
Wait. You said they played together. No, they played together for some years.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean her? You mean Larsa and Scotty were only together? Yeah, she wasn't there when they was going through the runs and stuff like that.
Right,
yeah, they weren't. Yeah,
right.
Larsa wasn't even around. He hadn't found the whore yet.
So
then
she was only involved in 1 year, and she said she never met Michael. She never met his wife. He was currently in the process of a divorce. She said she never met his kids. So she has now met him in 2022 or whatever. It's like he's a stranger. She doesn't really know him or his
She met him as
family.
an adult.
She met him as an
Marcus
adult.
as an adult.
And
still that's off limits. That shit should be off limits.
It just sounds wrong. Why would you?
It's wrong. I think it's wrong. It should be off limits.
Why would you even
who
want
his daddy is.
Thank you. If someone introduced them and he was like, hey, why would you even carry it on any further? We don't have anything to talk about because I don't know your father. I don't know you. Where are we going with this? It would sound messy. It would appear messy. And the fact that she doesn't see anything wrong with that is strange to me. That's where the attention whore thing comes in.
Attention. And look at this. Think about this, y'all. Let's think outside the box for a minute. Larsa Pippen. What if her and Marcus get serious and get married?
Larsa
Pippen Jordan. Her name is Larsa Pippen Jordan now. Get the fuck out of here.
No, seriously,
girl.
somebody asked that at the reunion, and she said no. She said no. She would take the person's last name.
Wait a minute.
She wants attention. She wants attention.
Book, how can you keep talking through?
Because I have heard this exactly.
That's
his thing.
That's what's so funny. I don't know if chill is funnier or the fact that Boog is continuous. She keeps talking.
Larsa Pippen Jordan. Just the whole thing is just wrong.
It's wrong. It's messy.
You wasn't with him shooting in the gym.
She was not.
That's what I'm saying. You weren't with him shooting in the gym.
Oh my gosh.
And then she recently caught some flack because they said cultural appropriation on one of the episodes. They went to the Bahamas or something like that, and she had braids. Oh, the internet dragged her for that, and she was like, "I don't understand why. I'm not white."
Oh, she was wearing them box braids. Because you wouldn't wear that any other time. That's why.
She says that she has always had a braider for her children's hair that comes to her house every 10 days. And if she's going on vacation, she gets braids because it's less maintenance. She says she's always done this. I don't know. I ain't do the research on all of that. But her argument was she's allowed to wear braids because she's not white.
Wait.
Yeah,
she said that she's allowed to wear braids
because she's not white.
You know what, whore?
You know what? Sit down somewhere.
I can't with her. I can't.
I can't either.
What, man?
Chill despises her.
And I'm, let me apologize to the women that are listening right now. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about just this one. I'm talking about Larsa Pippen. So every time I say whore, I'm talking about Larsa Pippen. Okay, I'm not talking about nobody else.
That's snakish. It is.
Just everything. I think she acted like a real mean girl. She said below the belt shit to a lot of these women over the last 2 seasons. Girl, sit down somewhere. Sit the fuck down. Okay, I'm over her.
I'm finna put a little blame on Marcus too. Come on,
that's right,
Marcus.
because
you can do better than that. Come on,
you shouldn't want that smoke anyway, because you already know your dad's ex mate or teammate,
ex-teammate, yeah.
Already done bust all the through it. She said 4 times a night.
Thank you.
So what can you do differently?
Nothing.
No, it's a petri dish.
Nothing.
It's a petri dish, man. Come on.
What?
Future.
Listen,
Future.
that should be enough. That should be enough right there.
Yeah.
But have you seen him? I don't know. I don't. I don't find him attractive.
Well, here's the thing. Marcus, like the Jordan boys and Michael, I know they went through some stuff too. I actually saw because both of them went to University of Central Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And both of them played basketball. And Marcus is I don't know if it's Marcus or the other one, but used to have a tennis shoe store in downtown Disney.
Okay.
It's like this very, very upscale tennis shoe store. And I remember the name of it, Trophy Room. It was in downtown Disney, and like he sold all of the upscale shoes and stuff, but he like had a lot of his dad's memorabilia in there too. Okay. And of course, he had every pair of Jordan ever made in there. And once again, it's Michael Jordan, his family. Brand Jordan has made Nike a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jordan's daughter, she still works for Brand Jordan. Up at Nike. And so the Suns were just trying, of course, because basketball didn't really work out for them, because once again, there's some big shoes to fill. My daddy was Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
If you ain't out there scoring 75 points a night, you're a fucking failure.
Right.
Yeah. So of course, they went to, but at least they got an education on playing, they got basketball scholarships. So, but yeah, Marcus Jordan was doing the shoe store thing. But yeah, so now all of a sudden Larsa Pippen is involved, man. This just stinks. This stinks to high hell.
It does.
That's what I'm gonna say.
It
just stinks to high hell.
It just doesn't sound good. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Right.
There are other men out there that she can be dating. I think there's a 20-something year age difference. Girl, please, this is not your forever guy. Stop it.
That's gonna be a hell of a Thanksgiving dinner. He rolled up in there with her.
Shit. And then she made some crass ass comment because Bravo's Andy Cohen said something about, after having sex 28 times a week for 20-something years, Marcus has some big shoes to fill. Her response was, he wears a size 15. I think he's good.
Yeah, but
actually,
he's not good, because doing it that many times a day, you ain't got nothing but a sinkhole. Let me tell you what I bought. Me and Chip.
James said a sinkhole.
You ain't got nothing but a sinkhole. It's not even pleasurable at that point. I can't even feel the wall. It's been beat to death. Okay, it's been beat more than Rodney King has. So what I'm saying is, me and Chill used to go to the same barber, right? Mr. Small. Mr. Small used to always tell us.
Oh, yeah, Small.
Mr. Small used to always tell us, a hole will wear out a pole. A pole can't wear out a hole.
Okay.
Only thing Lil Jordan getting is just a hole. That's all he getting is a hole. All right, a hole that was created by your dad's teammate.
Okay.
I know when he looked at her lips down there, they got to be regular.
Oh my God.
Got to be bent over.
I have a very big problem with beef curtains.
Listen, the drapers.
Lord,
the drapers.
I know.
Where we going with this show? We don't
know.
Beef curtains.
No.
All I'm saying is, I know Marcus walked in the room with her, and I'm surprised it hadn't dawned on him. He's like, why it's always an echo when I walk in here?
Ooh.
Larsa.
Ooh.
What we doing
Hell.
today? Day. Girl, you look good in that outfit.
Mm.
Because it's the hole. That's right. All that echoing from the hole.
But I think we've been fairly consistent in our opinion. Anybody that we've talked about that has dated Future, we don't care how fine you look.
Yeah, you done been.
You in a whole different category.
I look at Sierra different. I look at
Lori Harvey.
Lori Harvey different. Well, Lori Harvey's just an undercover whore.
Actually,
or like
she's so out in the open with it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you're right. I guess she okay. I think you got to have X amount of dollars in the bank though for Lori Harvey.
That's crazy.
But you know what I hate? I hate because she's a cute girl, but you known for taking
Okay.
a lot of it. A lot of it. Yeah. Just like this Pippen girl, just like her.
But they like.
Look, that's what happens in the world, man. But
listen, it's so interesting that we're talking about this because even just in society, women are making so much money twerking, showing the booty, Twitter is
Black China.
Twitter is wild.
Yeah.
Well, wait, did you say Black China?
I mean, because she used to make a lot of money on
but
OnlyFans,
she's gone through.
I heard she's found the Lord. I heard she got baptized on her birthday.
Baptized last year in 2020 on her birthday.
Yeah.
So she's going a different path. She's removed all the fillers, the butt stuff, whatever. But
go ahead, Black China. I see your work, Black China.
Guess what? We had stopped talking about her. Nobody was talking about her and Rob and the baby mama drama and all of that. She was no longer fucking with the Kardashians. Like, she had reached a lull, in my opinion. So guess what? Here comes the revamp, the redo, so that we can get attention all over again. Because now she out doing interviews and stuff like that.
I don't even think she goes by Black China anymore.
No, she wants to go by her real name, Angela something.
Angela Whore?
Ooh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. She's trying to do better. I'm sorry. Let me stop because I don't want to mess up her progress.
I don't want to mess up her progress, but I feel like it's just a
Angela,
publicity stunt.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's just I think it's Angela
what
Williams.
We call her? We can't call her Black China no more.
No, you call her Angela. That's what she said. She referred to her as Angela now, and that's all well and good. But did you guys watch the Chris Rock comedy stand-up special, Selective Outrage?
I haven't finished it.
Okay.
I haven't
but
finished it.
He starts out in the beginning, the first 8 minutes, talking about, the opioid epidemic. He said he gets it where a lot of Americans are addicted to opioids, but a lot of us are addicted to attention.
Attention. Yeah.
When he said, the social media, the likes and the OnlyFans and the, we need that. And he said some other stuff. And if all else fails, play the victim. It all boils down to people's need for attention. So I feel like we weren't talking about her last year or whatever. So she had to do something. There you go. Here she goes. She on a tour. She's on an interview tour. She's doing press about the new Angela. Oh my God. Okay, girl.
I'm saved.
But I feel like if it's sincere and genuine, you don't really have to tell everybody. You don't have to be on a press tour about it.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
Right.
Boog, the Lord is working in her life, Boog. Don't do that.
That's right.
You know what? I am not here to say.
If they call her on The View,
but that's
let Whoop and them talk to her because the Lord is moving in her life.
Ain't nobody calling her.
You think she had on panties when she got baptized?
Gene, I don't even know how to answer that.
Never would have made it. I don't know what she had on. Go ahead on Angela Black China, whatever your name is. Okay. Wow. It's you know what? Here we go. Let's just go and switch directions because y'all still got me with the beef curtain. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I didn't. Go ahead, bud. If you don't know what a beef curtain is, just Google it.
There you go. GTS.
You'll see.
Google that shit. GTS.
All right. Hey, let's talk about. I'm gonna play this news clip. This is from the news, of course, here in Florida. Things go crazy in Florida. People crazy. But let me play this news clip and then let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about how weak these kids is. It's some weak. These kids weak now. They not like us. You know, when I used to go out and ride my bike, I ain't have no fucking helmet on. I ain't need no helmet. I done bust my head before, bust my elbow open. That's what we used to do. That makes you a man.
Oh,
Damn
okay.
it. These weak kids out here. They weak. All right, listen to it. Here we go.
This government class ended early at Eastern Florida State College in Cuco when one student said that they were uncomfortable with a civil rights lesson.
New at 5 tonight, we're hearing from one of the students who was there when it happened. West 2's Brevard County Bureau Chief Scott Heidler explains what went on in that classroom.
On March 9th at the Cocoa campus of Eastern Florida State College, the students in a U.S. government class ended up having a free period. 15-year-old Jacob Daly was in the class. He's a dual student at the college and Cocoa High School. And when he walked into the class that day, the professor was telling students he'd have to cancel class.
The topic was civil rights. No specific bit of it, just in general, as far as I'm aware. And so the teacher basically had to cancel this class of about 20 students in total because of the students' discomfort.
Jacob disappointed.
All right, I'm just gonna stop it right there. So this student is uncomfortable because we're gonna talk about civil rights, and evidently he went to one of the administrators and said, I'm just uncomfortable in this class. Y'all believe this bullshit?
I believe it because hold on one second, Gene. I just read an article where I think it's also here in Florida where they want to pull the movie Ruby Bridges from the schools being able to watch it because of the parental complaints.
I saw
Are
that
you
one
fucking kidding me?
And if you don't know who Ruby Bridges is that if you've seen the picture of the little black girl that they're escorting to it's not the U.S. Marshals, it's the National Guard.
Right.
They're escorting, and this happened. Was this in the 60s? This was
Yes,
in the 60s,
yes.
I think. So they're escorting the little girl to school because they passed the law. The girl can integrate to school, but it was so many people out there protesting this little black girl going in school. That's Ruby Bridges. So they have a movie about her life. But yeah, some parents said, well, I don't know if my child should be able to see that, or you shouldn't be having that in school. And they pulled the movie. It's like they don't, and when I say they,
we know who we're talking about.
Like they don't want Black history taught. They don't want
and I think
anything
that's
like
unfair.
that to be said.
Are you crazy? So we're gonna act like it didn't happen?
That's what they want. That's
this
too
lady's
much
experience. Do not act like it didn't happen. She was just trying to get to kindergarten, and people were yelling vile, vulgar, racial slurs, throwing things at her.
Crazy.
She's just trying to get an education.
Crazy.
Man,
Why do people? Thank you. Why does that make someone else feel uncomfortable? It should make us uncomfortable.
Correct.
So
but it's
a
always...
kid can go to the office and say I'm gonna. Can I call my mom? I don't really feel like that. I can't watch that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear people talk about that. Like,
I'm glad that that's just an example, a possible way how this came to light. Then I need to tell my daughter, hey, listen, they start talking about something that, we know is not to be factual, or would tell them you feel uncomfortable.
These weak ass kids. They'll talk about this.
I'm gonna just go on and say it. It's like, and we know it. We've seen it a million times. But let's just call it what it is. Any and everything could be too black. Nothing can be too white, though.
Right.
So when it comes down to teaching or, us educating, and don't get me wrong, everybody is not the same. Everybody in its own race class is not the same. Everybody's ideologies are not the same. So I get it. But in the consensus, the broadness of it, the masses, we have seen this a million times. And until we just galvanize and say, hey, we're going to take our ball and we're going to go play in another part, which means we don't spend our money with y'all. We educate our children to know, knowledge of themselves and the history that took place. I mean, the real history of us. But do we as a people care enough about that? Or are we just caught up into the mainstream? floating face down in the mainstream.
He said floating face down.
Face down. Face
Floating
down. In the
the
mainstream.
mainstream.
If you're an Outkast fan, y'all know what we're talking about.
Thank
If
you
you know, you know.
It ain't all peaches and cream.
Look here, man.
I
Look.
think there are enough of us that care and are willing to try to do something about it. However, the mainstream system is such a well-oiled machine that it makes
Indeed
it
it
difficult
is.
for us to do our own thing. Like you said, we have the same commonality, morals, and values for our community, how we choose to
Yeah.
raise our children, but we don't have the same large school system. It's usually smaller with less resources. So we send our kids to the mainstream one, and now you're fighting and battling the well-oiled machine.
But the sad thing is, this is once again this news story was in Florida. This is a big Florida thing with Florida's governor.
Oh,
And
yes.
we already have schools here in Florida with empty library shelves because y'all banned, because he's banned certain books and things like that. But this is in Florida. You know he's trying to run for president.
Yep.
You know he's trying to make this nationwide.
Listen, he has
And
a problem with three
This
things.
black people.
Black people, the alphabet gang, the LGBTQ community, and
Mhm.
Disney. And
And,
he is
and that's
not
why
gonna,
he ain't gonna win.
listen, I hope.
You
know what I'm
cannot
saying?
fool with them alphabets.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can't do
Disney
it.
is a big has a big presence in not only Florida, but people come from all over to come to Disney World. Don't
And
keep
that was-
poking the bear.
That's the thing. So he has a personal agenda in the state of Florida that if you go against him, okay, I need to do something to you, and that's how that whole Disney thing mapped out because Disney were supporting their LGBT employees,
Yep.
and he was like, y'all shouldn't do that, and they were like, well, this is Disney, we can kind of do. They didn't say this, I'm paraphrasing. We can do what we want to do. It's Disney. And so that's why he's come that whole, if you're not from Florida, what the governor has done is he's gone in and made this rule where Disney can't do what they want to do, even though they own millions of acres. And that was the law that not law, but that was the agreement that the actual Walt Disney made when he bought all that property. Hey, I want to build this. I want to do this. I bought all this land. I should be able to build a building without going downtown, pulling a building permit because it's my land, And so that's how Disney has operated. They built 5 theme parks? They built water parks. It's their property. Actually, it's their own city in Florida. Is it Lake Buena Vista or what's
it is Lake Buena Vista.
Lake Buena Vista is Disney. So that's their own city. They got their own police department. They got their own fire department. They kind of move the way they want to move because they can do that. And it seems like it was a gentleman's agreement with Walt Disney and whoever, the state of Florida, whoever was mandating things. Hey, we're bringing tourism into the state. It's not going to do anything but help the state. And that's all it has done. Nobody knew about Orlando before Disney was there.
Right.
And now you got Disney. Now you got Universal. Now you got everybody but Holy Land. R.I.P. Holy Land. They're gone. You got SeaWorld. You got all of these theme parks there in Orlando, and just the hotel rooms, the restaurant. Y'all realize all that's a money making machine for the state of Florida, and it's tourism for the state. It's come to Florida and enjoy all the theme parks. So Disney has done that. So I feel like because of that, Disney should be able on their own property. They should be able to do whatever they want to do.
But that's not how he feels.
The governor was like, "No, we're gonna end this, and I'm gonna set up a council, and you guys can only spend X amount of dollars of what we say and all this." And I'm like, "Are you serious, dude?"
He's delusional. He's absolutely delusional. But going back to
Gene, Book, he's delusional. But guess what? It's got traction. This shit is working. He's
got
supporters.
That's what's scary.
Yeah, that's the scary shit.
But also, remember we say DeSantis doesn't like 3 things: Black people, the LGBTQ community, and Disney. You do realize that about a week ago, the NAACP voted unanimously with their board to put out a travel advisory to Black Americans
Don't come to Florida.
Don't come to Florida. They don't believe it's in the best interest of Black Americans to be in Florida. And that's, I've started to talk about it. Like, yo, this dude is tripping. He's just writing bills and laws and all types of shit. And it's just getting harder and harder. I'm starting to look for where I'm going next.
Wow.
Yeah, because
it's not going to be safe for Black people.
Look, and understand how big that was for the NAACP to basically, hey, we're going to tell y'all Black Americans don't go to Florida. They don't like y'all down there.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like
y'all. Because whatever happens, don't call us because we putting it out there now. Because everything is geared against Black people.
Against us.
Yeah. That was huge when I saw that on the news. I'm like, are you kidding me? But there it is. You know, all the examples we've seen is showing that y'all don't need no African American history. Why we need to teach that?
Right.
Exactly. We're just gonna erase it like it never happened.
Yeah. Like it never happened.
Talk about that. And I hope y'all realize this. If it's affecting us, it's gonna trickle down to everybody else. Because next year it's gonna be like, we're never gonna talk about the Holocaust. That really didn't happen.
That really didn't happen.
Why are we talking about American Indians? They're not here anymore. That was a long time ago. Let's not talk about it.
Oh yeah, we didn't steal anybody's land.
Let's just start talking about it when the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria came over. That's where we're going to start history, right?
Right.
We're going to start it with Thanksgiving. That's where we're going to start it. God damn it.
The Mayflower.
Whatever.
Yeah, the Mayflower. God damn it. That's where we're going to start it. It's crazy to me how this has so much traction and so much support, and this is just the world that we're living in right now.
It's crazy. I did not see when we were, 20-something years ago. I don't know. I didn't think that we would be talking about this shit.
But we are. If Larsa Pippen can have an OnlyFans page and make money.
God darn it. American way.
There you go.
American way.
American way.
And not even her. Not even the Catch Me Outside girl. Y'all look and see how much that bitch done made on OnlyFans.
That's ridiculous.
Man.
And she ain't even cute.
Listen. This is the only place where you can publicly be a whore and make money.
You are correct.
And it's celebrated.
And it's celebrated. Amber Rose and her slut walk. You know what I'm saying?
Celebrated.
Like, I get it. We try to normalize certain things. I just talked about this with somebody in terms of me and the N-word. I'm always be like, nigga. Like, it's just a piece of my speech now.
Right.
Yeah.
But why are we trying to normalize? Hold on once. Oh shit.
I do feel a little bit sorry for the lady who got fired. She was a newscaster. She was a regular lady for saying for shizzle my nizzle. She said for shizzle my nizzle.
There we go.
Look,
that was wrong.
They took her ass off the website quick. Like they done erased her from the damn station.
So how?
For shizzle my nizzle.
They did that.
Look here, all I'm saying is if I was Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Dogg got a whole lot of business, he got a whole lot of money, I would hire that lady. Yeah. I'm like, you know what, honey, you gonna work selling my wine or something like that.
Like that. Yeah.
Something. I would have done something for her.
For shizzle my nizzle.
Because
she didn't even say the whole N-word.
No, but and here's the thing, we didn't even her saying it, we weren't upset.
It didn't bother us. Exactly. It didn't bother us.
It didn't bother us.
But the suits, them suits upstairs, they was like, wait a minute, what did she say?
Oh no.
Oh, wait a minute. Nizzle, isn't that a nizzle? Isn't that the same thing as saying nigger? Oh, we gotta pull her off the air.
I think they preemptively
pull her off the air.
Just in case Black people were gonna get upset. And we really didn't. We really did not.
For shizzle my nizzle. Yeah, but they fired that lady.
No, did they actually fire her? I know they had pulled her off, but
now they've pulled her off the air. But that's what I'm saying. They you know how media does it. They gonna let you. They gonna erase, and then all of a sudden ain't nobody gonna talk about you no more. And
it's over.
They
get you out the vein. They get you out of people's faces. Yeah. They pull against something else. I mean, you know how it is. That's how they do.
You know how they did the Flavor Union.
Y'all know. Come on now.
They just,
They say, you know what I'm saying? Fade it
y'all
up
know
to
how they
black.
do. They change the code on the door and shit like that. You know, they tell you, hey, you know, hey, why don't you take a couple of days off and change the code on the door and shit. And yeah, that's how you do it.
That's the end of your career.
Try to get in your Outlook and you can't get in it no more. And, y'all know how these people do it. Y'all know.
You know how they do it.
Hey, once again, thank you very much for tuning in to us for Shizzle My Nizzle. Family Radio Online is where you can catch us at. I'm kind of speechless right now. I think I called too many broads whores this morning.
We
laughing,
went
Gene?
all over the place. We went all over the place.
Look, you the worst one with the damn beef curtain. You the worst. That's worse.
Yeah, now that took me out.
Beef
Listen,
curtain.
matter of fact,
Y'all know I got issues with beef curtains.
listen, that is the name of the show right there.
Beef curtain. Yeah.
No.
Beef curtains.
This is
and
the beef
we-
curtain episode.
beef curtains, and we ain't talking about armies. We have the meats.
The meats.
The meats. We're not talking about armies. We have the meats.
Oh
my gosh.
Leave it to Gene.
Gene, I didn't do nothing.
You have come up with some of the most creative show names or titles, okay? Seasoned fruits.
We had to call a spade on that now. We couldn't just let that fly. Hey,
I'm finna put that shit on a t-shirt. Season.
Oh my
Put a
God.
big old picture of Sade on the back of that shit. Yeah.
We couldn't let that fly, man.
What was that one? Were we talking about nuts? Nutmeg. That nutmeg. Gene.
Nutmeg.
Gene, that was you. Don't you want me to keep going, Gene? It's you.
Yeah. Nah,
no, because at the top of that mountain is talking about Brother Daryl Gilliard with his young pussy touching ass.
Phil, you still looking for that?
That's Gene. That ain't nobody but Gene right there. That's Raines High School. That's Raines High School right there. Y'all need to understand.
High school. He's been that guy forever.
Listen, we're not gonna bring the alma mater into it because we didn't have nothing to do with him touching that little.
Raines raised you.
Yeah, Raines
raised you, Gene.
Raines raised me, so we have to call a spade, and he was a young touching. You know what I'm saying?
A young pussy touching.
That's what he was doing.
Wow. Yeah. Gene just descriptively described it to you.
That's all.
No, and listen, the thing that gets it's so warped is he was teaching the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. But on the text messages, it seems like you're ready. It feels like you're ready. You look like you're ready to go all the way.
All the way. And all I'm saying is, this shows you the greatness of the Raines High School English teachers. The way Gene puts his not only Gene. It's not Gene.
The way he articulates it.
It's not only Gene. Let's talk about Roland Powell too. Let's talk about everybody who came through Raines and took English over there. Look at them now. Look at me now. Look at me now.
Shout out to
getting
Lil Duval.
Yes. Shout out to Lil Duval.
That's right. Smile, bitch. Come on now.
Oh my gosh, chill.
All right. What?
The past 7 minutes just went
all the way to the abyss.
Out there, yeah. Just to the abyss. There's no such place. No such place. Deep. Deeper than Atlantis. Deeper than the seafloor traveled by the mantis, you bitches.
Speaking of Atlantis.
You know what a mantis is? A mantis is a black ray. Did you know that? See how black? See it all ties in. See?
Black
mantis. DeSantis don't want y'all to know about a manta ray.
About a manta
he's black.
Right, and we need to go to Atlantis because they had mantis in Atlantis.
They sure did.
We
Y'all
swam
don't
through
understand
the mantis.
This DeSantis shit is bigger than all of us. We got black bears in Florida.
That's right.
We ain't gonna have them in a couple of years. He's gonna try to get rid of them.
He's gonna try to
get rid of the black bears. He don't want nothing black. He don't want nothing black.
He's gonna get rid of black bears.
Did anybody see Cocaine Bear?
I haven't seen Cocaine Bear, but I want to.
I haven't either. But
hell, and
so
it's
what? He's gonna start
giving
the black bears cocaine to take them all out.
Yeah, it's based on a true story. It is based on a true story. Cocaine Bear. That was Ray Liotta's last movie, Cocaine Bear. Shout out to Ray Liotta. He's gone. Gone but not forgotten. Why are you laughing? You know what, Boog? Just say it's the
way you said it. It was the way you said it. It was the way you said it.
Gone but not forgotten?
Yeah, chill. He was like, no, he was like,
y'all know Ray Liotta from Goodfellas. That was I look at Goodfellas anytime it's on. I look at Goodfellas.
But listen, you was like, he's gone now.
Right. Thank you, Gene. Thank you.
He was like,
what? He's gone now.
He was like, he's gone now. May he rest in peace.
Look, it's a circle of life. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Dust to dust. You're right. You're right. From out of the ground we were taken, from the dust we are, and to the dust we shall return.
You my boy, Blue. You my boy.
Really gonna miss you.
I don't even know how I'm gonna edit the end of this shit. I have no idea.
Listen, we ain't gonna edit it. It's raw, authentic. We ain't edited nothing. We going out. Boog, lead us out.
It's the family.
Guess who's back in the motherfucking house with a fat dick for your motherfucking mouth? Hoes recognize, niggas do too, cause when bitches get scandalous and pull a voodoo, what you gon' do? You really don't know, so I'd advise you not to trust that hoe. Silly of me to fall in love with a bitch, knowing damn well I'm too caught up with my grip. Now as the sun rotates and my game grows bigger, how many bitches wanna fuck this nigga named Snoop Doggy? I'm all the above, I'm too swift on my toes to get caught up with you hoes, but see, it ain't no fun if my homies can't get a taste of it, cause you know I don't love it. Woo! Hey, now you know, inhale, exhale with my flow. 1 for the money, 2 for the bitches, 3 to get ready, and 4 to hit the switches in my Chevy. 6 for red to be exact, with bitches on my side and bitches on my back. So back up, bitch, because I'm struggling. Just get on your knees and then start juggling these motherfucking nuts in your mouth. It's me, Warren G, the nigga with the clout. Woo!
It's The Family Radio Podcast with T-Boogie, Gene.com, and Chill Will.